Welcome to Golden Isles TV. We are here with Regina McDuffie, City Manager for the City of Brunswick. So welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I am good, thank you. So we're both in our spring green, right?
Yes, today we are celebrating Black History Month, and I chose green because it's one of my favorite colors. And also, I said I'll have to wear it next month for St. Patrick's Day.
Yes. So right. So this show will actually air in the month of March. So you chose the perfect thing because we can talk about Black History Month, which is right now in February, right? And then March obviously is spring. So let's talk first about Black History Month and what are y'all doing today and what's been going on with
Well,
that?
we're just acknowledging the celebration for the month. We asked the city employees to wear their favorite, attire. So just getting some pictures and just holding up the spirit of Black History Month and celebration of, just the history for our country. Also glad to, that the Arbery trials are over and we've gotten through those situations for the city and the county, and things are well.
Yes, I appreciate you mentioning that. Let's talk about that a little bit, just because that received such headlines. And how did the trial and everything affect the city during that time?
Well, we handled it, I think, in a very good manner. We had a lot of unity shown in the community, and, things were peaceful, things were very well presented. I think as far as our presentation to the nation and to the world, Brunswick, Glenn County handled all of the activities and events during the trial very well. I think there was great support shown for the family, and just just a lot of good unification in the county.
I think so too. I mean, I think it's a testament to everybody in Brunswick and especially downtown that such a controversial trial really was. Everything here was very peaceful. I think it was as good as it could have been, considering.
Right. And we had a lot of attention on our community. And, sometimes that attention can be good or bad. But I think we brought it in, even though it came in for a situation that was negative. We did show great unity in our community, that, this was just an incident that could occur in any circumstance, in any community. But we, as a full community, embrace people here, the diversity here, and just wanted justice to be served.
Yes, absolutely. Um, yeah, it's been good. It's thank goodness that the attention has been positive. There's been no craziness going on, thank goodness. So that's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about one thing that happened very recently in the news is Governor Kemp has issued the water and sewer infrastructure funding. So that is, I know that was for water and sewer. I wonder how that's going to affect downtown, and if you're going to be able to, move forward with some of these projects that y'all have been working.
Well, the city and county has the joint water and sewer authority, and I think they have done a really good job of assessing the current situation for our water and sewer, and also looking at future plans for the city and county. So they have a great master plan that they are looking to fund over the next 5 years, and I think it'll be a combination. I think the announcement from the governor's office did have some specific projects that were funded through that plan, but there may be money available that we can look to bring into this community. But we also, have to have SPLOST money, which we are going to have on the referendum coming up in the fall, that we really, truly need to support not only the city and county, but the Joint Water and Sewer Commission and what they do to maintain the water infrastructure here. And like I said, they have a full plan over the next 5 years. I can't remember the amount, but it was a significant amount of funding that they will be seeking to support that plan. And of course, state funding and local funding will play a significant role.
Right. Okay. So, well, once again, it's more of a joint situation where you're helping each other with funding and various things to try to get all the improvements done and the progress made.
Yeah, one of the things I wanted to highlight during this show is that, we are with a new administration. We have Mayor Cosby Johnson, who came in at the beginning of the year, and Commissioner Kendra Roll, who started in January. On February 16th, we actually had the first meeting since I've been here where the full commission was in person and present at that meeting. So it's been almost 2 years since I've been here, and that was the first meeting we had all the commissioners in the same room in person. So, I think that's significant, not only just because to recognize the impact of COVID, but also to say, hopefully things are moving forward and we will be back to some normalcy soon.
Right. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. How is everybody liking it? The new mayor and the new commissioners, everybody?
Well, it will be a learning adjustment period. Anytime you come into a new administration, you have new ideas, you have changes, things that need to be put in place. I think the mayor has a lot of new ideas that he would like to see moving forward, and most are in line with the direction that the city was already going. Public safety is a great concern, and the county just announced raises for all of its public safety and people, and that's going to be challenging for the city because we compete for staffing in our fire, police, public works and other areas. So, we are going to be looking at, our plans as well. And the mayor has some plans going forward to help us address our recruitment and our staffing needs.
Excellent. Yes. Good. I know that was a big issue, and that's hopefully something that can be resolved this year.
Yeah, I tell you, it's something that we really want to, pay close attention to, and just put some very, strong planning and efforts toward just getting our staffing levels up in all areas, and also increasing our pay if that's needed, and it is needed to support our workforce. We compete with all areas around the state, so we need to be conscientious of how well we pay our people, what benefits we offer, and things like that. And we will be looking at all of those things to support our recruitment and retention efforts.
Good. Right. Well, we're happy to maybe put a screen on the TV channel or something where we can promote the city and the positions that are available.
Yeah, so we will have, job fairs and things like that to try and get people in. And I've told my HR person, once we have a job fair, we will bring people in, hopefully get, good response from the public. And even if they don't find a job of interest with the city, we hope to capture the information and pass it along to other entities so that if the person has an interest in some job, elsewhere, that we can just get people employed. We just want, to help people improve their economic situation through employment.
Yes. Do you have a date for the job fair, or no, not yet?
Well, when this airs, it will be, it's in February. So it'll be, but we'll have others coming up throughout the year.
Okay, great. A lot of people, just from the general public, what I hear a lot is, do you offer remote positions? Is anything offered, remotely?
Well, some of our administrative staff works remotely or can work remotely.
Mm-hmm.
City business is a customer service business.
Mm-hmm.
And, fire, police, public works, all of those areas have to have their people in place. And, the administration for those offices also is in place. There's very little that can be done, because we are a customer-oriented business and we want to be here present and, you know, available for the citizens. So I think it's really important, even though we can accomplish some of our work remotely when needed, that we are very attentive and here to serve the public.
Yes, absolutely.
I also wanted to mention one of the big things that's coming up, our waste management contract. We went out for an RFP last year. We did not get, well, we got 2 responses, but we ended up continuing the contract with Republic Services. And so we will be rolling out changes with our waste collection. Can you see this?
Yep, there we go. Yep.
Okay, so it has important information about the billing for the sanitation services. There will be an increase in the fee, and so we want to get that information out to the public. We also want to have a campaign that we're calling A Cleaner Brunswick. And, you know, we always think about a better Brunswick. We want to have a cleaner Brunswick, and taking that into account, you know, there are some responsibilities that the city has, that the Republic Services has, but there's also responsibilities that the public has. And that's the message that we want to get to the residents, that, you know, they need to put their containers out. They need to be very careful about what they include in their recycling. And we will be providing information on what's acceptable for recycling. They need to make sure that their yard waste is put out in a proper manner. And also that the bulk pickups, we are offering 1 per month bulk pickup, but you have to call for that service. So basically we will, you know, if a person puts things out on the curb, and I'm not going to say if they do it twice a month that we won't pick it up. If they call, we will pick up that bulk pickup on their, you know, in front of their property. And in this, you know, the city wants to take our responsibility to provide, you know, great customer service and information to our customers. We want to support the administration and the operation of Republic Services and make sure that they are, you know, putting forth a great service to meet the obligations that they are contracted to do. Republic Services, they will be picking up as normal weekly for waste collection and yard collection on a weekly basis. The recyclables will be picked up on a bi-weekly basis, and the bulk pickup will be made by once they call in. So that's the services that are being provided. We also, you know, want to remind people to only put trash in their trash bin, only put recyclables in the recyclable bin, and those are marked by on the top of the trash can. And then we go through some of the things that have changed and what's stayed the same. What changed is our billing. Of course, I mentioned that we will increase our billing by $40 a year, but it decreased the cost for persons to have an additional cart. So basically, to have an additional cart would be $750 per month. And this says $84 annually, but that actually equates out to $90 annually. Normally, they would pay the full amount for an additional cart, but we changed that to just reduce that cost. We are going to say that if they put recycling contamination is detected in their carts twice, we will take that cart and they may be able to get it replaced with an additional trash cart, but we will take the recycling cart if contamination is detected in that cart more than 2 times. What's not changed is the pickup times, and that's what I had mentioned before. And of course, our customer service number at 912-267-5512.
Okay. Yes, I was going to say, this is perfect timing, what you're talking about right now, because we just re-aired the show. Remember, we went to the Joint Water and Sewer, and Garrow was explaining to us the difference between, you know, obviously trash and recycle, and what you can and can't put in the recycling can. And it was interesting. Just one example was pizza boxes. He said, you can't put those in the recycle. And I thought, I didn't even know that. I think a lot of people don't know that. But the point is, like you were saying, it can contaminate the rest of the recycle.
Right. And we want to encourage recycling. Recycling is certainly, something that we all should be conscious of, that we all should want to participate in, because it saves our landfills. It saves our environment. It's better for the environment to have recyclables. So that's something that we want to encourage. I'm going to share my screen again.
Okay.
And again, we will be putting out a flyer that, says, let's all work together for a cleaner Brunswick. And it basically covers the information that I covered previously. It's just a more concise information. And it does go through what, recycling items can be recycled and what cannot. So these, this information we will be getting out to the public and sending out to the residents, but certainly want to encourage, the people to recycle properly so that there isn't a lot of contamination. And as I said, one of the changes that we will make is that if we will be monitoring, the recycling, and if persons are contaminating that stream, we will, remove those carts.
Wow. Yeah. So be sure to read the information when it comes, and really maybe put it on your refrigerator so you know what to recycle and what not to recycle.
Yeah, we're going to try and get it out in various ways, of course, on the website, social media, probably put something in the paper with the details of what the program changes are. And certainly look at how we can educate the public and continue to have them work with us, in this effort. Because as I said, the city has responsibilities. We want to hold Republic Services to their responsibilities, but we also want the citizens to assume their responsibility, because we do want a cleaner city, a better environment here in the city of Brunswick.
Absolutely. It's all about building a better Brunswick, and certainly a cleaner Brunswick is a great idea.
Yeah, a cleaner Brunswick is a better Brunswick.
Yes.
Very much so. The other thing that, is coming up, of course, and I know I've talked a lot in the past about the SPLOST referendum. The city and county had a joint meeting on February 15th where all of the county commissioners and city commissioners and the mayor participated to kick off the SPLOST and say we do want to put SPLOST on the ballot for the November elections. So that is coming up. We hope to get out and educate the public on SPLOST projects. I hope you all have seen the signs around that the city put up that basically says, working for you, the city of Brunswick, SPLOST improvements, and, your penny, your progress. That's kind of our slogan for the SPLOST. And just showing how those dollars are spent in the community to help the citizens. And it helps everybody. It improves our roads. It improves our drainage. It helps the water and sewer, as we mentioned before. And basically a lot of improvements around the community can be supported by those tax dollars. And the biggest thing I always tell people about SPLOST is, that's basically, I don't know specifically the numbers, but I would think probably in this community, at least 50 to 60% of those dollars come from people coming from outside the community. So that means that we are getting a 50 to 60% discount on every, thing that we spend, because someone else is putting in that additional funds, which is important.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like going to buy a car. If you went to buy a car and someone said, okay, you buy this car right now, instead of it costing $10,000, it's going to cost you $4,000 because of those SPLOST dollars coming in to pay, the portion that comes from outside. That would be a great deal. And that's the deal that we want to have on our SPLOST projects.
Right.
We want to have that 50 to 60% discount that's paid by those visitors and tourists coming in the community.
That's a great deal. Yeah. So take advantage of it. That's awesome.
Yes. So we are working to those ends. And we also have the LOST, which is the local option sales tax negotiations coming up. This comes up every 10 years, and it's the city and county has to determine what the distribution of local option sales tax is for the community. The city gets a portion and the county gets a portion, and we use those funds to support our general fund, and also to reduce the property taxes. So whatever we get in on local option sales tax, to support our services, that takes away from us having to increase property taxes for the city services. So we will be negotiating that particular aspect with the county coming up this year as well.
Well, that's always a good thing. Lower property taxes is always a good thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But as you can see, we have a lot of major things going on, and the city continues to work really well. One thing that we also have, I want to mention is, the city has a lot of board appointments and people who we have coming to volunteer for board service in the community. So I want to encourage the public to continue to get involved, to continue to look for those board appointments. We always advertise them. Right now, I think we have appointments on the hospital board and for the urban redevelopment agency board, and some other board opportunities. So I want to encourage the people in the public to come in and get involved with the cities.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it sounds like there's a lot of incentive to get involved, whether it be through employment with the city, a board position, volunteering, whatever.
Right. So we have a lot of opportunity, and we want input from our citizens. Another aspect of that I think we've talked about before is the neighborhood planning assemblies that we have, and we are engaging those. I'm happy to say that we have all 6 of our neighborhood planning assemblies being organized and being setting up meetings so that people can be engaged. Even if you can't attend the meetings, at least make sure you are a part through either social media contact or having your email contact with the neighborhood associations. We have 6 neighborhood planning assemblies, and we also are starting one with our public housing and on the college. So we will have connections there as well. We not only want to, be able to give information to the public, but we want to also be able to receive information from them and feedback on everything that the city is doing.
Right. I was going to say the neighborhood groups are wonderful, and that really is a great way to do community engagement. Like you're saying, the city wants to reach out to you, but you want them to reach out to you.
Yeah, and it's always, I think people, I would like to encourage, them to take responsibility for, this is your city.
Right.
This is your place that you live, you work, you play. And the only way that you can effectively, have some involvement or influence that, what happens is to get involved and take some, responsibility. Even if you don't sit on a board, if there's information that you want to, that you get from the city that you can provide feedback for, take the time to answer surveys, take the time to, send an email if you have a concern, and if you have a suggestion or comment, something that makes the city better or we can do better, don't hesitate to communicate to us and let us know, what your thoughts are. We want the citizens to be involved. I think it makes a better Brunswick and a cleaner Brunswick.
Don't hesitate to communicate. I love that. Exactly. So everybody needs to get involved in whichever way they're comfortable. And the city is here for you. I love that the city is being so proactive. That's so refreshing to see the city being so proactive, and we want the citizens to do the same.
Right. We want to engage the citizens as much as possible. So again, so that they can take ownership and be a part of what we accomplish here in the city. We are very proud of what we do and how we do it. And we certainly want to be able to be responsive to our citizens and engage our citizens. So again, don't hesitate to communicate.
That's right. It's the new slogan. I love it. Okay. Well, anything else coming up for spring or for March that you want to talk about?
Well, we will be promoting a health walk that we have coming up. I think it's going to be in June. So hopefully we'll have a couple of opportunities to promote that before it happens. But we are engaging businesses and citizens and want people to just come out and enjoy being out in the community together with the city. So that's going to be coming up. But we certainly, are here to serve our citizens and just want everyone to, be a part of what we do.
Great. Well, this has been a great show. Lots of wonderful information and things that the city's working on. And it's always good to hear updates from you. And it all sounds great. So thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, I'm glad that we have a lot of positive things going on here in the community. We are not overshadowed by negative things. We are very positive. We have a lot of, good communication between our governments, working very well with the county, and hope to just move our area forward.
Absolutely. It sounds like you're off to a great start, and that's exactly what's happening is everything's moving forward in a positive direction. So we appreciate those positive updates from you every month. It's very helpful.
Well, thank you. And I appreciate the opportunity to be able to speak with the citizens. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. Well, that's it for this show. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next time.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.